Hi everyone! 皆さんこんにちは。リクです。Welcome to Riku's Japanese Lessons. In this channel, I'll be sharing the tips for learning Japanese and exploring unique aspects of Japanese cultures. And today's topic is 10 things you should know before you start learning Japanese. If you are a total beginner of Japanese, you might wonder, where should I start learning Japanese? Is there anything I should know before I start learning Japanese? No worries, no worries. I'm going to cover the key things you need to know before you dive into learning Japanese. I hope these tips will help you improve your Japanese and keep going. それじゃあ、行ってみよう。Alright, so number one. The speaking style of native speakers in daily life is different from anime. Many Japanese learners get interested in the language from watching anime and pick up words and phrases from it. Maybe you are the one of them. For example, I've seen many students ending their sentences with daze, which is commonly used by young men in anime. However, native speakers, we don't talk like that in daily life, so it sounds a bit, weird. So, why do anime characters speak in such unique ways? It's to represent their personalities. For instance, using daze suggests you are a naughty or snobby person. So anime characters often have distinctive speech patterns that help us to recognize them just by how they talk.
よろしく頼む
Second one, you should start learning hiragana first. If you are interested in Japanese, you probably know we have 3 writing systems: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And I would recommend you start learning hiragana first. Mastering hiragana provides a strong foundation of reading and writing in Japanese because hiragana is phonetic and represents all the sounds in the Japanese language. And learning it helps in understanding and practicing the correct pronunciation of Japanese words. Number 3. Stroke order for writing Japanese characters is very important. Hiragana, katakana, and kanji, and all have a correct stroke order, which is called kakijun. This kakijun is important for legibility and also the speed of writing. So I still remember when I was an elementary school student, one of my teachers said if you write in the wrong stroke order, the character is also, wrong. There are several nice YouTube videos and apps to learn kakijun, so I'd advise learning from them when you start remembering Japanese characters. Number 4. You don't need to remember all kanji characters. Don't get me wrong. Kanji is important. Japanese native speakers, we use a lot of kanji in daily life. But how would you feel if I said we have more than 2,000 kanji characters and you must remember everything? Probably you'd go ochitsuite. You don't need to memorize all of kanji characters first. And even native speakers, right, we sometimes forget how to spell and how to read. Nowadays, we have fewer opportunities to write kanji by hand because we use computers and phones and they can automatically select correct kanji. And of course, it's great to know many kanji, but don't rush, okay? Take your time and you can learn them little by little. Number 5, we have formal and informal way of speaking styles. In Japanese, there is a formal way of speaking called keigo. And if you have already started learning keigo, you might feel like,
I hate it.
And keigo is one of the things even Japanese native speakers struggle with learning when we were in school. So honestly, I still don't fully understand it. So I know keigo is complicated and difficult, but don't worry. Japanese, we also feel the same. So please don't give up learning Japanese because of keigo. Number 6. Japanese tend to omit subjects. Since Japanese is a high context language, so anything understood in context can be omitted. For example, if I say to my friend, 昨日カラオケに行きました. It literally means went to karaoke. But I didn't mention who went. fluent. But if I suddenly say to my friend, they can understand like, oh, okay, you went to karaoke, right? Yeah, you were talking about yourself. Because I didn't mention someone else before this conversation. So they can, guess like, oh, okay, you are talking about yourself and you went to karaoke yesterday. Number 7, pronunciation matters. I think Japanese pronunciation is relatively straightforward compared to some other languages. But it's important to get it right from the beginning. Pay attention to pitch accent, which can change the meaning of words. For example, ha, shi can mean either bridge or chopsticks. Depends on the pitch. If I say hashi, which means bridge. But if I say hashi, hashi, it means chopsticks. And if I say ame, it means rain. But if I say ame, it means candy. So it's, they're totally different, right? Number 8, grammar is different from English. If you are an English speaker, you may get confused with Japanese grammar. It's quite different from English. The order should be like subject, object, and verb. So for example, 私は寿司を食べる. It means I eat sushi. I, and this is a subject. I, 私は寿司 is sushi. So this is object. 寿司を食べる. And this 食べる means eat. 食べる means eat. So this is verb. So 私は寿司を食べる. Subject, object, and verb. So this order is a bit like, they're different from the English. Japanese counter words. I've seen many students who struggle with Japanese counter words. Just like, same as Keigo. Learning Japanese counter words can be challenging because they vary depends on the type of object being counted. For example, when we count books, right, we say 一冊, 二冊, one book and two books. 一冊, 二冊. And when we count papers, we say 一枚, 二枚, 三枚. And then, if we count cats, we say 一匹, 二匹, 三匹. So I would advise you to learn some basic counter words like こ, which is used when you count small things like 一個, 二個, 三個. And number 10, this is the last one. Enjoy the process of learning. This applies to any language, but it's very important to enjoy the process of learning. I'm learning English. Sometimes I also feel like I don't want to study anymore. But nowadays, learning isn't just about reading textbooks. You can watch anime, listen to podcasts, have conversation with ChatGPT, use apps or watch YouTube. Whatever, find something you enjoy because consistency is the key to learn a new language. Alright, so thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe. ありがとうございました。ほいじゃあ。